much for being here with us. This is Undisputed. I'm Jen Hale. Good morning. Chip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, how are we?
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. I'm feeling great. I'm greater than Shannon Sharp today.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
Not with what Luka. What about your Clippers? What about you and Clipper Darryl? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about last night?
What did I tell you?
You told me Kawhi.
We acquired the human cloud, Westbrick. He bricked us again last night.
What about Kawhi Town? I thought this was Kawhi Town.
Yeah. Well, it used to be.
It's a ghost town.
Now it's Westbrick Town.
I can't wait to get to that time.
He's building a new arena of bricks.
All of it, guys. A ton to unpack this morning. Let's start with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. They notched just their second W together as teammates. It was a 133-126 victory over Joel Embiid and the 76ers. Kyrie dropped 40 points, 6 of 8 from 3. Woo! Luka, 42 points and 12 dimes in the win. Shannon, all right, let's flip the tables. Did last night prove this experiment will work?
Well, when we first posed this question, I was like, what do you mean work? Win a championship? No. Can they play together? Absolutely they can play together. You're talking about the two most skilled. I don't believe there's currently a pair of teammates that's more skilled offensively than these two that's currently playing together. You take KD and Book, you take Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you take any two skilled offensive players. Show me two that's better than Kyrie and Luka.
KD and Book are better shooters.
Are they more
combined?
Yeah.
Combined.
Oh, better shooters.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about skill. Put the ball on the floor. Finish at the rim, either hand. Kyrie is good from mid-range, can shoot the skill. His handles and finishing.
Okay, I got you. I got you. And Luka's lane genius is unparalleled. I've never seen anything like it.
Skip, most nights they're not going to be this efficient. I mean, you look at the way they shot the ball last night. Kyrie was 15 of 22, 6 of 8 from 3. Luka was 13 of 22, 7 from 13 from 3. They're not normally this efficient. But when you put the efficiency together with the way they can put the ball in the basket, this is what you're going to get. Their problem is never going to be offensively because they got two guys that can go get you 40, 50, 60 in a given night. Can they stop anybody? Skip, they had a 27-point lead, and within like 5 or 6 minutes, the Sixers had
25 last night. They had 27 against,
and lost that one.
The Lakers.
Had a 25, and it got whittled down to 6 with still like 8 minutes to go in the game. And then Kyrie comes boom, boom. Luka goes boom, boom, and basically it ends the run. It ends the game. So, Skip, for me, I already knew they could play together because they're just too skilled offensively. They just have to find out, okay, let's get it. Go, okay, you need it over here. This is where you want it. This is let me do my thing. And Luka had it going. Hey, he deferred to Kyrie. Kyrie come down on the break. And you know a guy's feeling it. When he's coming down on a 1-on-3 fast break and he pull up from 27.
Yep.
But you just look at the coach. Hey, Doc, hey, it's his night tonight. The concern for them is going to be defensively. I still don't believe they have enough defensive guys because, as you mentioned, somebody's going to have to deal with Yoke. Somebody's going to have to deal with Book and KD. Somebody
was trying to deal with Embiid last night and couldn't.
No. That's not what Dwight Powell thing is. That's not what he is. Because, Skip, you look at it, Christian Woods, and he didn't have the greatest game, but we know he can give you 20, 30. And when you talk about those two other guys, Luka and Kyrie, Skip, offensively, they're going to cause you some problems, but I believe where they're going to have a struggle is on the defensive end because we saw them have a 27-point lead on Sunday, lose that game, had a 25-point lead, and in a matter of minutes, it was down to 6. And then Kyrie and Luka take the game over, and they end the run, they end the game. But I had no doubt that this thing could work offensively. Can they win a championship? I don't believe they can.
Okay, my turn. First of all, we need some context about what happened last night in Dallas, Texas. The Philadelphia 76ers had just gone to Miami the night before and turned the tables on the Heat, whom they didn't take seriously in Philadelphia 2 nights earlier, and they got embarrassed at home.
Right.
And then Joel Embiid took the night off because he needs to not play back-to-back. So they said, well, let's save Joel for at Dallas.
Right.
And his teammates rose and shone at Miami and humiliated and annihilated the Heat on their home floor without Joel Embiid.
Correct.
So last night, it looked to me like the Sixers, especially on the defensive end, were just lifeless and flat and spent because they're playing a road back-to-back.
Okay.
Joel Embiid did play last night. I thought they should have featured him even more than they did. What did he wind up with? 13
35.
of 21 shots. I thought you could have fed the beast on this one and given him 30 shots because they just couldn't stop him. I mean, 13 out of 21 for 35 points. But here is the point. The Dallas Mavericks shot the lights out, as they are wont to do at home. See your Lakers on Christmas Day. Do you remember what happened in the third quarter of that game?
You go 51.
You gave up 51 points. 51 points is the most anybody scored in any quarter of any game this year.
Right.
Well, here we went again. It wasn't 51, but it was 39 in the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, with 3:43 left in the third quarter, they have leaped out to a 25-point lead. And who is the originator of the classic NBA line about what it means? It's a make or miss league. Who said that first? It's the coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, Doc Rivers.
Yes.
And he said after the game, the guy who says it's a make or miss league he said, it seemed like everybody they passed it to made the shot, meaning whoever Maverick brought the ball up the floor and passed it one time, whoever caught it, shot it, and it went in, right?
Yep.
Because they tied their all-time franchise high with 25 three-point shots. They made, what was it, 25 of 48? That's 52%. 52%.
Right.
Shannon Sharp. I'm here to tell you, if the Dallas Mavericks from this moment on are going to make 52% of their threes every game, they will win the NBA championship because they won't make 52%.
Well, you need to make enough of them, Skip.
Okay? Okay, but 25 is it's hard to overcome. And yet, I got to give the highest props, the highest respect to Luka. He is bending over backward to make this thing work. He is trying his guts out to make this thing work, almost to a fault to me. So what happened last night? Would you believe in the first 4 games they had played together that Luka had assisted to Kyrie only 3 times in 4 games? Only 3 times had Luka passed to Kyrie and he had made a shot.
Right.
Well, last night, that happened. Let's do this. He had 12 assists, and 8 of his 12 assists were Kyrie buckets.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie had a hot hand. The first 6 assists that Luka had last night were to Kyrie.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, he made, what is it, 6 of 8 threes. What happened the previous game? He was 1 for 8.
Yes.
Okay? It's make or it's miss.
Yes.
Kyrie, you know and I know, Kyrie can run pretty hot and cold.
Oh, yeah.
He like Devin Booker to me is a much more consistent jump shot, or certainly Kevin Durant is like in another league. But Kyrie's a little more hot and cold, especially from 3, as just about everybody is outside of Steph, and sometimes, although Dame can go pretty cold too.
Yeah.
They all can. It's a hard shot, man. It's far.
You shoot from 25 feet.
Okay, I got it. All right, so Luka is just here.
Right.
And they end up with 22 shots apiece, but what happened in the fourth quarter? Well, here we went again. Luka took only 3 shots in the fourth quarter. It's like he's saying, they brought you in here to be our closer, now you close it. So he took 3 shots. Kyrie took 6 shots in the fourth quarter. So what's our overall now? What have I been telling you? What's the stat? Fourth quarter. So now they've played, how many games? They've played 6 games together. They're 2-4 in those 6 games. In those 6 fourth quarters plus the 1 overtime against Sacramento, would you believe that Kyrie has now attempted 49 shots in the fourth quarter? 49 shots to 16 for Luka. Think about that. 49 times Kyrie has taken fourth quarter shots to only 16 for the guy who is leading the league in scoring. What is going on there? I'm shocked, I'm amazed, but I'm impressed with Luka because he's just saying, you do it. Right. You go. Well, okay, so now to your point that you were making, what happened after they got their 25-point lead? Nothing great happened because Philadelphia proceeded to go on a 44-24 run. They lost by 20 points over a stretch that ended with an Embiid putback, and all of a sudden you look up and you say, wait a second, it's a 5-point game.
Yes.
And then who goes down, was it Kleber or Powell? One of them, I think it's Dwight Powell, missed the 2 free throws. And all of a sudden we come back and I'll just show you the play. Maxey's out of his mind. He scored 17 in the fourth. Joel had 8 in the fourth. But Maxey just said, I'll just take this. I'll just take this. And it was a little bit of a 4-shot up and under. But he'd been making those.
Right.
He'd been making them all of the fourth quarter. If that goes in, it's down to 3 with 12 seconds left. And stranger things have happened in NBA games, as you well know.
Yes.
But my point to you is they make they're tied the franchise record 25 threes, obviously by far the most they've made this year in a game. And that happened. You got in some trouble. You were being threatened by the Philadelphia 76ers playing back-to-back on